So what's the deal with these YouTube web series? It seems like they're all just talking, walking around, and finding things. And people tell you,
oh no, Jerry, you just don't get it. It's building up to something. Well, it's building up to something, all right. I mean, what are they gonna do at the end? They're gonna have a little ceremony, throw some trash around.
Imagine if we did that with construction. Your company off?
This should be ready next week. But check out these workers while you wait. They have these nice yellow hats. You will not want to miss this. And with how the audio often sounds, they'd be yelling over the equipment. Do you see that jackhammer? We got it from the appliance store this morning. You should have been there. We had a great chat about labor.
Hi, I'm an undergrad. You can call me Hero. Mind if I come in?
Hi, I'm Aristides, but you can call me Ari.
Oh, you're supposed to see all of them? Wow. That's kind of weird that you have to go and cover yourself in water before you're just going to get yourself covered in water again.
I mean, it has to do with the full filtrations and stuff. You can't take everyone like turning dirt and stuff, so you have to wash off beforehand. Is this your first time coming to a public pool?
Oh, so at the beach you're supposed to get yourself covered in water again? Wow, that's fascinating. It'll all be productive when the flood comes though, huh? Wait, you only used two? That's so much to learn from training here.
Ooh, what are you training for? I have a triathlon this summer that I'm really excited about.
Well, you're practically asking an expert. You see, I'm trying to bake a pie, and in order to do so, I need an apple from the Garden of Eden. The garden's very deep underwater, so I need to train in order to swim in and out without getting caught. If I fail, the divine punishment will be inflicted upon the world and it'll flood.
Nice. Do these apples have any powers or anything? I thought humanity already ate one.
Wait, you all thought you were special for that? Your people only had a bite, even a nibble, from the tree of knowledge of good and evil. That doesn't do anything for people. It only gives God's powers, silly. That explains the made-up shower law before you get into the man-made puddle, I guess. I mean, and besides, the apple I'm gonna get satiates a person when they taste it for their entire life. It even retroactively works to fulfill the person before they even taste it, effectively changing time since their birth. Although, it doesn't really change anything about the world.
That's pretty cool. How do we get this thing?
Well, I'm not supposed to tell anyone, but you need a Geronimo's help to open the gate. If you don't have the gate open, well, you're not going to access Eden, much less its garden.
Who's Geronimo? What do we have to do to him?
Of course you wouldn't know.
Geronimo, meaning the one who yawns, was a prominent leader and medicine man from the Benencohe band of Nindahe Apache people. From 1850 to 1886, Geronimo joined with members of 3 other Central Apache tribes to carry out numerous raids as well as fight against Mexican and U.S. military campaigns. Geronimo led breakouts on reservations in an attempt to return his people to their previous nomadic lifestyle. During Geronimo's final period of conflict from 1876 to 1886, he surrendered 3 times and eventually accepted life on the Apache reservations. While well known, Geronimo was not a chief of the Benencohe people, but a shaman. However, since he was a superb leader in raiding and warfare, he frequently led large numbers of 30 to 50 Apache men. While holding him as a prisoner, the United States capitalized on Geronimo's fame among non-Indians by displaying him at various fairs and exhibitions. He died at the Fort Sill Hospital in 1909 as a prisoner of war and was buried at the Fort Sill Indian Agency Cemetery among the graves of relatives and other Apache prisoners of war.
Here, why don't you help me?
I think I'm gonna get back to my training, but I'd love to hear about it later if you're still around.
What's so important about training this one time? Why can't you just help me? What's so important about this triathlon?
Hey Jake, you wanna help us? It's a challenge, I have ambition, and this is accomplishable.
Everything's really a challenge though if you see it as such. Is there intrinsically more value to a larger challenge versus a smaller one?
I'd say so. We see a lot of problems as challenges when they simply aren't. Like eating healthier or saving the environment. These things aren't that challenging. Most of them really just come down to breaking a habit. Like 50 to 95% of a person's day is conducted in autopilot mode, out of habit. Breaking other people's habits and awakening them to the truth is like the ultimate ambition, and that's more valuable than just solving a problem. Or like another way of looking at it might be solving a single equation versus developing a new proof that can be applied to solve a whole set.
Okay, stating things that way seems alright. So you're not valuing ambition just for the sake of ambition, constantly seeking more instead of becoming comfortable with and appreciating all that's already around you.
I don't know how I can be satisfied with what I already have, both for myself and the current state of the world. Things have to get better, or else I don't want to be alive.
But you realize things are in equilibrium, right? The unhappiness of you and your species is deserved. You all chose to bring it onto yourself and have chosen to for a few thousand years. That time is just a blink in time, too. You all could easily break your habit, stop having ambitions of immortality and unlimited population growth and expansion, and choose to be happy. Humans make about 200 species go extinct every day. But that doesn't mean things are out of balance. It's devastating, but in a few thousand years, or maybe far less, you all will be gone, and new species will start appearing. Chimpanzees will evolve self-awareness again, and they'll have another choice: to devastate themselves or guide life to complete self-awareness and what's next. The world is imbalanced. There is no wild versus civilization or nature versus human society. It's all the earth. It's all life.
Jeez. That's an interesting idea to accept. It would probably ease a lot of my worries. But how am I supposed to change everyone else's mind if not with ambition? We have to completely restructure our community of 8 billion people. That's a challenge, and one it seems we have to take.
To me, it doesn't seem like a challenge though. It's the way you're meant to live. It's the way every other species lives without even having self-awareness. There's no fundamental flaw with humanity, since plenty of human societies exist around the world that are doing it right. It honestly seems much more challenging to try to keep doing what you're doing. So much of technological advancement is a challenge for the sake of challenge. And people will say, oh, you're giving up, you're not willing to take on this challenge. When in reality, it's a challenge you simply shouldn't accept, or better put, can't accomplish in its entirety no matter how many advancements you all make. It all seems to be having ambitions just to secure more power for humanity, attempting to imbalance the biosphere, when that can never be done. There are true scientific laws always acting upon you all. The story you tell is that you ate from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, so you think you know how to make change, and what's right or righteous, and that humans are made in the image of gods and can become like the gods. Is this not where most ambition stems from, to become like the gods?
Okay, but then again, what's the end goal of creation? What's the purpose of life? It seems like preserving evolution, acknowledging that mankind in its current state is not the end goal, just means that we need to advance more biologically as opposed to scientifically until we do become all-powerful gods.
While life may inevitably trend towards that, it is also likely that the world will naturally end before that goal is even realized. We really cannot predict that life will take any type of final form, whether that's of the divine or something more unprecedented. That does not make life less valuable. Life is valuable. It's the most valuable. Happiness, beauty, understanding, love, these seem to be the highly valued states that the accumulation of life aspires to.
But there you go again with an aspiration.
Not an individual aspiration, or again, not even a challenge. Just something that is slowly accomplished every day in an expansive universe billions of years old. Enjoy the moment, the journey. Your mind is geared to get the most benefit from progress instead of accomplishment anyways.
But then that does sound like giving up. I should just lie down and enjoy my life, like there's nothing else going on. God's in his heaven, all is right with the world.
Acceptance is definitely the key, but that's the absolute truth. There is conventional truth as well. Still strive, but strive not for yourself or for human progress or to be some kind of savior, but to love and live, to help others love and live.
These statements seem to contradict though. By helping others love and live, or humanity to love and live, I save them. I become a savior. I gain power and I give humanity power.
Oh geez, I guess you're right. I guess that's why I'm not a god, huh? I'm sure it's something about restoring power, restoring justice, versus creating power, or creating justice, or promoting excess, and all sorts of other stuff. I guess I really just want to motivate the acknowledgement of the internal values of life, instead of constantly aspiring to change for the sake of change, or to arrive at some misperceived external values of life.
Way easier said than done, Giro.
I guess if you have to see it that way, then it's a challenge, and you can have ambition for it, because this idea really is accomplishable.